In this video, I'm going over LTS versus rolling release, because which one is better, is a lot of people say, hey, LTS for stability, rolling release for new features. Well, let's go over that in this video. So first off, what is LTS and rolling release? What distributions fall in where? Let's go over that real quick. LTS stands for long-term service distribution. So that means basically like your Ubuntu 18.04, it's going to be good for at least 5 years, I believe it is. And all LTS releases, like OpenSUSE Leap, CentOS 7, I believe. All these things are long-term service releases. CentOS, I think, is good for 10 years. So these are things you want to install on like a server or a workstation that you are not going to be doing many changes to. And with that, there's rolling releases. Now, the de facto rolling release everyone thinks of when you say rolling release is Arch Linux. And this is constantly changing and evolving. And that is, your repos are constantly up to date. If like a new version of the software comes out, you almost immediately have access to it. I know OpenSUSE has Tumbleweed, which in my opinion is kind of like a semi-quasi rolling release because the repositories do lag a bit behind. But Arch is like what I think of on rolling release. Now there's some other things that I'd be remiss, I know the vets in the comments will let me know about, like Gentoo or Void Linux, which are also rolling releases. However, I'm not going to mention them too much in this video because any noob or even intermediate Linux user is not going to be using Gentoo or Void Linux. So as far as LTS versus rolling release, what do I think? Now, I use a hybrid of the LTS rolling release model, because if you're on a rolling release, you're constantly updating. If you're big into updates, you're doing it every single day, eventually your Linux is going to break. And when that happens, you're going to need to use Timeshift or something to get back to where you were. And that kind of sucks. I mean, it just does. So that's why I'm not a big Arch user, but I like Arch for, getting the latest and greatest and the bleeding edge. But at the same time, I don't really like the instability that comes with constantly updating, have the newest packages. If I'm using Arch, a lot of times I'm lagging a couple weeks behind on purpose. I don't like being the first person out of the gate to try something, because when that happens, typically you will run into problems, and that's an issue. So that's why I don't do that. But at the same time, when I'm running an LTS release, I'm like, hey, I want the latest Kden Live, or I want whatever it might be out there, like maybe DXVK had an update and I wanted the latest, greatest of it. Well, on an LTS release, a lot of times I'm like, what the hell? I can't get that. I'm sitting there and I'm running like literally 6 months to a year behind this software release schedule. So that's no good. A lot of times no one likes using old hardware. Yes, it's stable and reliable, but a lot of times the new hotness comes out and you're like, I want that. But I'm on this old LTS release. So what I do is kind of a hybrid situation. And there's many hybrid kind of distributions out there. The first one that kind of comes to mind is like Fedora. You get like the latest and greatest kernel almost as soon as it comes out. Fedora is really good. The Fedora team's great at releasing the latest kernel. However, I say it's a hybrid, not a true rolling release, because the repositories lag behind. In a lot of cases, that's a good thing. It's usually, I think, about a month or two. In Fedora's case, it might be longer than that. But you do get a lot of stability with that. So something to think of. Now, me personally, what do I use? I use Debian Buster, I guess. It's the SID repository, so it's not testing. It's actually not experimental, but it's basically what the devs approve, put in their repo, and then I get. So Debian SID is what I run. So I get a lot of bleeding edge software, but not so much that it's like breaking constantly. Like I've run SID now for a couple months, and I have gotten zero problems as far as breakages and those types of things. I still run Timeshift just in case that happens, because eventually it will happen. The devs will slip up, something will make it into the SID repository that probably doesn't belong. But so far I haven't found any issues, which is amazing. And honestly, from talking to people in the comments, I've noticed that that is a common occurrence. So that's what I do. I do kind of a hybrid between the LTS and rolling, and I really like it. Now, with Debian SID, you don't get the latest and greatest kernels. They don't update those, so I have to do a third-party repository, which I'll put in the description down below as well. Licorice, I think it is, .net, but I could be wrong on that address. Again, check the description. And that gives me the latest kernels, and I also get kind of the latest software too. It still lags about a month or two behind on that, but I really enjoy it. I love the stability I get with Debian just doing vanilla. Of course, all the customizations, if you're a noob watching this and you don't know what to do, don't do Debian SID, because there's a lot of customizations you need to make it a very functional operating system for your desktop. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, getting back to the LTS versus rolling, I think you need to try both, really, to figure out which works for you. A lot of new users like Manjaro, which is an Arch-based distribution, is really easy. If you want to try rolling release for the very first time, I highly recommend Manjaro because it kind of does everything for you out of the package, and you can kind of try a lot of the rolling release schedule. Just remember, if you don't have Timeshift running, I'll link to it probably up in the video here. Now, with that, LTS, where is its place? And LTS really is for stability. If you have a production machine, you're doing a lot of work on it, like me, I have a LTS release or something that's long-term service, such as a Debian or an Ubuntu 18.04. Now, some people are like, hey, what about 18.9.04 for Disco Dingo? And I'm like, that's kind of, again, falls in the hybrid space. It's a later and greater kernel, but again, the repositories, I believe, are still using what 18.04 does. I could be wrong there. I think it might be a little bit newer, but about the same regardless. And I still consider that, you know, more of the hybrid scenario. For LTS, again, if I was running a business and I said, hey, I need my software to work 100% of the time, all the time, LTS would be the de facto thing. I wouldn't mess with any of these things. Now, for the average user, most people, after using Linux for many years, fall into this hybrid scenario, whether that's a Fedora or doing like a custom repos through your Debian or Ubuntu install. Those types of things are totally okay as well. And then if you really want the latest and greatest, the bleeding edge, you're going to go to Arch. And for Arch, almost everyone coming to it, hey, what distribution of Arch should I run? I always say Manjaro. I mean, Manjaro is a great, great community. They have a lot of help through their forums. It's fantastic. But just remember, with rolling releases, back up every day, run those time shifts, and that's how you'll get by with rolling releases, because eventually it will break. It's just one of those things. And if you want to learn a lot more about Linux, I always recommend someone to do Vanilla Arch. That's where I learned the most amount of Linux knowledge I've gained to date. I started in November of last year on Linux, and I learned the most amount when I tried Vanilla Arch. And I went through the wiki, and I learned so much of how Linux is constructed, how to format, how to do all these different things in actual Linux. And, you know, I've taken a lot of the skills I learned from that Arch install and put them on a lot of my other distributions. A lot of things I love doing and learning in Arch, I've been able to take to many other Linux distributions. So I love Arch. I just don't run it because it does eventually break after running it for an extended period of time. But that's it. That's LTS versus rolling. That's a bit of a ramble. I apologize. This is going to be my last outdoor video. I wanted to film just a couple videos while I've been on vacation here. And I will be back in the office here in about a day. Probably after this video releases, I'll be back and settled in, making more videos in the traditional environment. But let me know down below. Do you like the beard? That's probably the question of the day. I'm probably going to shave it off. It's driving me a little bit crazy, but I at least had to grow a beard once to be part of the Linux community. I think it's almost a requirement. But let me know in the comments section down below. And a big shout out to my patrons. Without you, these videos would not be possible. And I'll see you in the next one.